Good evening. Very happy to meet you after a long time through this recording. This is a issue under goods and service tax. Bombay High Court judgment. Issue was issue before the court was whether audit can be conducted after a person has cancelled his registration. So that was the issue before the Bombay High Court. Simple facts are the company, private limited company, it was rendering rental and leasing service. Company, for whatever reason, they cancelled their registration. The date of registration is important, the month and year. May 2023. That is the month and year in which they cancelled their registration. After cancelling the registration, the department issued a certificate saying that no tax is payable in the order of deregistration. They gave a certificate. After the cancellation of registration, the taxpayer received a notice for audit for the year 2021-22 and 2021. So for 2 years, they received a notice for audit. They filed a reply stating that no audit can be conducted since we have cancelled our registration. In spite of that, department insisted that they will conduct the audit of the records of the taxpayer for those 2 assessment years. So the audit is effectively to be conducted for the year in which the taxpayer registration was alive. He cancelled it in 2023, May 23. So for the previous 2 years, the department wanted to conduct audit. Now they filed a writ petition. The contention before the High Court was for the purpose of Section 65, that is the section for conducting audit. Let us not get into too many sections because that is not our intention. We will understand the crux of the judgment. So the contention before the High Court was for the purpose of conducting audit, registered person would not include a person whose registration is already cancelled. This is one of the contentions of the taxpayer. The Bombay High Court negatived this. It did not accept. Bombay High Court said audit implies verification of records of the past. It is a post-mortem. So it is a subsequent event. So department has got power to verify the records. Then the court gave the following reasons. The High Court said there is no dispute that for the period for which audit is to be conducted, the taxpayer was registered. One. Two, for a person who has cancelled his registration, audit may be conducted at the place of the tax authorities. Because the contention of the assessee was, the taxpayer was, I have already cancelled my registration. So that place, I am not there in that place of business. So where is the question of auditing authorities coming to my place and inspecting the records? The Bombay High Court said, no, not necessary. They need not have to come to your place. You take the records to their place. Let them conduct audit there. That is the view of the Bombay High Court. Then the petitioner contention was that the tax authorities can invoke 73-74 assessment proceedings against the taxpayer. Why they are conducting audit? They can always invoke 73 and 74, section 73, 74 and start the assessment proceedings. Bombay High Court said that went against the taxpayer. Bombay High Court immediately said, if you are saying that the assessing officer, that the taxing authority can invoke the assessment proceedings, then they can naturally they can invoke audit provisions also. So that it will not preclude, it will not deter the authority just because there is a provision for assessment proceedings. It will not, it cannot be held against the taxing authorities that they should not conduct audit. The Bombay High Court said. Then finally, the Bombay High Court gave a wonderful example. It was also in my mind because in that case, Bombay High Court says if X starts a business, he conducts the business for 3 4 years. Then after 3 4 years, he is not paying tax. He's taking a enormous input tax credit and then closing his business and runs away, cancels his registration. Can you say that no, he has cancelled his registration, so no audit can be conducted? Then it says that is an absurd interpretation. So that cannot happen. So if the assessee has cancelled his registration today for the previous years, the authorities can always conduct a audit. That is what the Bombay High Court said. The petitioner relied on a judgment of Madras High Court in the case of Raja Stores. The Bombay High Court did not accept that judgment. The Bombay High Court said we have given enough reasoning, so we are not accepting the judgment of the Madras High Court in Raja Stores. That is what the Bombay High Court says. Finally, Bombay High Court said auditing authorities have the power to conduct a audit in spite of cancellation of registration for the previous years. That is the final view. That is the judgment of the Bombay High Court. Thank you very much. This is the latest judgment. Uh, I will try to give you more latest judgments, latest and interesting judgments. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Bye.